Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. An article from the Russians providing a video, and the claim based on that video and the interrogations that the some Ukrainian special forces surrendered en masse. That's one, and the other one, supposedly the Ukrainian command treats them like livestock, like animals. This is according to the Russians' statements regarding the interviews or the interrogations conducted with the prisoners. So the Ukrainians surrender en masse, special troops. Let's see. I will play a video and I'll let you assess not only the video but the Russian statements. Here, Sputnik. Watch Ukrainian troops surrender en masse after accusing command of treating them, and I'm quoting, like livestock. Here's going to be the video I'm going to play, and there's going to be maybe 2-3 paragraphs. A leaked order regarding plans to strengthen discipline signed by Ukrainian Armed Forces Commander-in-Chief Syrsky, the Russian Syrsky, has detailed the increasingly difficult situation for Kiev at the front, with troops accused of sabotaging orders, threatening commanders, refusing to fire their weapons, leaving the battlefield and deserting en masse. Well, I'm pretty sure this happens in during a war, so it's not something that it's concerning unless the number is big. I mean, no, here and there it happens. Now, Russia's defense ministry has published footage of 9 servicemen from Ukraine's elite 25th Separate Airborne Brigade collectively surrendering to Russian forces near the village of Vodyanoye in the Donetsk People's Republic. I will show you maps. In interviews and autographs taken after their capture, the troopers pointed to the difficult situation at the front, complained about poor operational planning, poorly trained commanders, large losses in manpower and equipment, and panic among units, and accused command of using them as cannon fodder. And this is a quote. The commanders leave us to die like waste material, while they are somewhere on the sidelines. Serviceman Valery told his Russian interviewers, and I'm quoting again, when we are being taken into captivity, our own forces started shelling us, showing that we aren't needed anymore. I've been captured, and thanks to that, I'm alive and won't be executed. It's worse in the Ukrainian military than in the Russian captivity, end quote, he said. Well, regarding what this Valery supposedly said, I suspect that was the case in Mariupol, and I suspect that was the case in Avdiivka, with in Mariupol the Russians being able to encircle Mariupol and take prisoners about 2,600 people. They didn't care, they couldn't do anything about them. That was one. The second one in Avdiivka, the hasty, desperate evacuation of the Ukrainian troops, which I think I said it many times, were left over there until, where they said, okay, they're surrounded, encircled, okay, give the order to evacuate Avdiivka. Evacuate now? Yes, now. I think that was another one. So let's watch, let's read another statement. And I'm quoting, the 25th Brigade's command is treating us like livestock, end quote. Another captured serviceman said, and I'm quoting, it's better to surrender than to die in such a manner, for who knows for what and why. Well, I can tell you all that. Our commanders don't care about us, I'm quoting. They didn't want to come to the positions and evaluate the situation, so thank you for our commanders. In your words, we should have gone to our death, end quote. We'll see. Now let's see the surrendering guys. That's not one of them, but let's watch this one. This is what, night vision for musketeers, if you take D'Artagnan as well. Athos, Porthos, and Aramis. So this is one, and I think the other one right here is shows the same thing. Now, obviously, I don't know if those are Russians or Ukrainians. I don't know when that happened. Last year? But if you look at the trees, they kind of look at the background. There's no leaves in the trees. Now, I don't know, this is, it's April. I don't know how the weather is over there. And let me show you now the location of this Voiadina Vinyuganganginga. And that village was Vodianoe. So, from my little research, Vodianoe is northwest of Donetsk and southwest of Avdiivka. So is where my strong hand is, right here. But this is one map. I will show you two more, don't worry. Here is actually based on this article. They say here that Vodianoe village area, the Russian is located, is adjacent to Pesky and Pervomayoskoye. So, and this one they show us here, Pesky, whatever, Pervomayoskoye. So it's in here, and I'm gonna go to the map again, which is in this area, and I have another map, which is clear, and right here, let me put my goggles, I can't fucking see anything. Vodiane, right here is Vodiane, this is Pisky, okay, and it's in this area, so this is the location. This is Avdiivka, down here is Donetsk, so this is Pisky that these guys were talking about, right here, Pesky, and Pervomayoskoye is northwest of Pisky, Pesky, Paskalovsky, Kopolovsky. So that would be here, and this is Vodiane here, and this is Paskamoyokano Koin. We don't see because of that little flag. Let's see if we do it something like this. Gonna tell me anything? No. Whatever. We already know it's right here. Okay, so what do you think? Was that, I mean, did they surrender? Do you think they surrender en masse? How many were there? 8, 12? What the hell was the number they said? 9. So 9 is en masse. And we saw over there a few of them. Okay, well, remember, this comes from the Russians, and all those videos that were provided, I can't verify who those guys were, but nevertheless, this is what they claim. I'm just reporting. Is it possible? 100%. Is it possible everything these guys said to be true? 100%. Probable? I give it 98%. Why? I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people over there are just coming out, and then if someone points a gun at you, loaded, I think you say anything they want you to say. So, and then the interviews and all this, yes, thank God. Could that happen? Yeah, like Avdiivka for me did it. When in Avdiivka, I said many times before, the Russians, the Ukrainians should have retreated, pulled back, and reform defensive lines behind, so west of Avdiivka, and they didn't, and the Russians were saying, we're gonna surround it, we're almost there. They were saying all this, and the Ukrainians were still fighting. I was like, these guys are just sacrificed exactly like livestock, unfortunately. And for whom, for what? I tell you for whom you guys unfortunately risk your lives and lose your lives. Not for Ukraine. This war should have been not even happening. But the same guys that now you fight for, but supposedly you fight against the Russians and your freedom and your nation. The same guys got you here since 1991. And then you got 1994, and then you got 2014 or 2013 and 2014. You got 2008. You know, you're going to be part of NATO and all that, and you were neutral. 1994, wasn't it 1994 Budapest, Hungary memorandum where you were? And then what did you do in 2008? The guys told you you're going to be part of NATO one time. There's no neutral, my man. No neutral. So yeah, go and thank those guys. And obviously on as I said, this could have been avoided, but there were some big interests who wanted this to happen, and it's happening. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.